And I got a very special guest today. I have Alena Rae. It's her birthday, and she's an amazing singer and songwriter. And I have her on the line over here, and she's in Nashville, Tennessee. And I want to welcome her on WFDU 89.1 Retro Radio. Hey, Alena, are you there?
Yep. Hi.
Hi. How you doing?
I'm great. Having my coffee.
Oh, yummy, yummy. I need some. Send some over here. Listen, I have to say, you are an amazing singer. Wow. Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Yes, and you have some new music coming out. Autograph, we had just listened to that, and Autograph is just a wonderful 80s, 90s music. It's been relevant today, and I heard that you're, on tour with them. Is that right? 222, something like that?
Actually, I am engaged to the lead guitar player, for Autograph, the original founding member. And he has just done amazing things. We ended up connecting through another radio show, and we hit it off and decided to put our own group together.
That's fabulous. Oh, this is great. And your group is named 222, or what's the name of the group?
222.
Yes, that's right. Bingo, I got it. So this is great. And how'd you come up with the name 222? You just...
Really a funny story. A couple of years ago, I started seeing 222 everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Phone, and I'd see 222. It just so happened to be 222, or the price of something would be 222. And when Steve and I got together, he started seeing 222. It's the weirdest up. We're like, this is crazy. This is just this can't be just coincidence. So we looked it up, and it said that when you see 222 all the time, it means you're on the right path in your life. And so we were like, we have got to call our group 222.
Well, that's a great name. I love it. And I love the symbol that you have. I like it. You have a promo out there on Facebook, and, you shared it with me, and I'm going to share it on my pages so everybody can check it out. Let me ask you a question. Tell us, everybody, who you are, and obviously you're a singer and a songwriter, correct? But tell us a little bit about your life in entertainment and singing and all that.
Okay. Well, I grew up loving just writing. I never really planned on being a singer. I just loved to write. I would go and, starting when I was 6 years old, I would just go sit up on the hill in the back of my farm. My family raised Morgan horses, and it still does, actually, and so do I. And I would just sit out there for hours and write poetry and songs, and eventually when I got married and it didn't work out. Mm-hmm. And when I was getting divorced, I went through a severe depression, and my best friend said, you've got to get out and do something. So she took me to karaoke and before on a microphone like that. And I got discovered at a karaoke bar.
Wow.
And by a band that was touring up and down the West Coast. And I just was like, are you kidding me? But it turned into a full-blown music career. And so.
And now you live in Nashville.
Yeah.
And tell us a little bit about Nashville. You have had, ever since then, what I call the snowball effect in the career, where your career has just taken off amazingly, and it's just grown and grown and grown. And now you're living in Nashville, and you've worked on a couple of TV shows, and you're marrying Steve, and so, wow, that's just fabulous. And tell us a little bit about that. Tell us about the TV, everything that's just going on that's happened to you since you moved down to Nashville.
Or
across to Nashville.
When I moved to Nashville, so things were going great. Before I moved to Nashville, I was touring up and down the West Coast in this cover band, and was actually making really good money doing it.
Mm-hmm.
A horse farm of my own, and I got this opportunity to go to Nashville with this supposed record deal, and I moved myself all the way across country to Nashville. And at the time, I had about 15 horses.
Wow.
To get to Nashville, And it turns out that the guy that I was basically conned into a record deal with was not the real Capitol Records. And I was here, and I said, well, you know what? I'm just going to hoop the pavement and do it myself.
Mm-hmm.
I met with top-notch attorneys, and they got me in with the right people.
Good.
Independent record deal, and released a bunch of music, and it just ended up taking off. I got Indie nominated 5 times.
Impressive.
To some, I got notoriety here and there from those types of things, and radio play, made several top 40 radio charts.
Mm-hmm.
That turned into getting a spot on the Nashville TV show. I was an extra as a songwriter.
Oh, great.
There's different parts that they had me in on the show, and that moved into being a featured extra on Still the King with Billy Cyrus.
Nice. Didn't you work with Kid Rock?
I ended up in a movie featured as a gun-toting blonde in a movie called The Mix-Up.
Nice.
And then I ended up in Kid Rock's music video, Podunk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just like you said, it's a snowball effect.
Wow, this is great. I love it. That's fantastic. When is your 222 album single going to debut? Because I know it's not quite out yet, and it's quite not finished yet. Is true, false?
We're still writing and recording, and we're going to be in the studio for several months.
Mm-hmm. Great. Okay, so where can we find you? If we want to find Alena Rae, can we find you? Where can we find your music?
Facebook, Instagram. You can go find my music on iTunes. You can go to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can find Steve and I both there.
Okay, we're going to take a listen. So we're going to tell the audience to hold tight, and we're going to come back after this song with Alena Rae, and we're going to listen to one of her songs. This song was produced back in the 80s with the Rockettes. It was called The Look. And I have the song that Alena did, the cover, called The Look. And we're going to hear it right here on WFDU. So hold on, Alena. We'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Walking like a man, hitting like a hammer. She's a juvenile scam, never was a quitter. Tasted like a raindrop. She's got the look.
That was absolutely terrific. I loved it.
I'm so excited about that. So that song is going to be in a Dodge truck commercial that I filmed, and I am really excited about that.
This is awesome. When did you put that down on track? When did you do that? Did you just put it out?
Yeah, just put it out, and it's been done for just less than about 6 months. So
fabulous. I like it. It's great. I'm sure everybody there out in Radio La La Land out there is going to love it too. So where can we find your music again?
Well, iTunes.
Okay, great. Yeah, so everybody out there, if you're looking for Alena Rae and you want to hear that song, you can find it on iTunes. Simple as that. What's the process of putting something like this together?
There is so much business side. Music business is 90% business and 10%, going out and doing the actual fun stuff.
Okay.
That goes behind it. But the main thing is to just always keep your spirit open and be creative, and just remember you're doing something to touch people. You want your music to touch people and just bring people in. So.
I like that. That's very, I like that. So I want to know what you're doing for your birthday today. Actually,
I'm talking to reps for a big tour that I've been offered, or we've been offered, 222, the Extreme Tour and the Exit Tour, and we're really, really excited about that.
Great. Okay, so all these tours. Okay, next tour is for the 222, and when's that coming up again?
We actually start at the end of August, going to Amsterdam.
Okay. All righty, everybody. So we want to thank Alena Rae for being here on WFDU 89.1 Retro Radio on the HD2. And would you like to say anything to your fans, Alena, before we close the show today?
I love you all, and thank you for all your support. And don't forget to keep up with 222.
We love it. Thank you so much for being on the show today. And we're going to listen to some more of the 80s and the 90s hottest tunes. And we're going to keep an eye on you, girl, because we love your music. So stay tuned and tune in and turn on to WFDU. Thank you so much for being on the radio today.